my name is Hal. This is Quail Studios Guitar. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Let's get started today. Let's see who we got. We got Bob here. Tom. Hello, Tom from Pennsylvania. Hello. Fantastic. Dwayne is here. Hey, Dwayne. Good to see you. Fantastic. All right. We are going to talk about learning scales now because scales are important, and I'll show you why as we go along. It's really great to have you. So, scales, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You've heard that before, right? It's a do, re, mi scale. That's called a major scale. Well, we're going to talk about if you have a planner, and I've got a plan for you. So, this is a planner sheet that I've been working on, and it's got at the top something that we call a C major scale. Now, do you know a C major chord? Let's show you a C major chord on screen. Let me just pull it over here. Oops, where'd it go? There it is. C major chord. This is a chord that I learned when I first got started on guitar, and it sounded like this. Something like that. It was tough for me. What you want to do is you want to get your hand close to the guitar, like this. Can you see my hand there? And you want to touch it. You don't want to go like this. Now, if you're in this position, which is a classical guitar position, it's totally different, right? Then you'll have your hand in a different position. But we're not talking about that today. I'm going to put the waist of the guitar on my leg right here. And I'm kind of zoomed in on the camera so you can see my guitar pretty well. C chord. I hope you know the C chord. All right, we're going to go from here. Now this low note right here on the A string 3rd fret, that's a C. And you'll notice that there is on the screen on the low E string, right? Because you look at your guitar like this. On the low, it looks like that, right? On the low E string, it's X'd out. You don't play that string. Now, if you play it, it doesn't sound too bad because that note is actually in the chord, but we're going to start with this A string 3rd fret. That's a C. Okay, and then we're going to play the next note, which is the open D string. And then the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, on the same string, open G, 2nd fret, open B, 1st fret. So let's do that again. C, 3rd fret, A string, open, next string. So we're going to go to the next string all the time. When I say open, we're going to go to the next string. C on the 3rd fret, A string, open to the next string, 2, 3, open, 2, open, 1. Now you'll notice that I'm using these 3 fingers. I'm using my 1st finger, my 2nd finger, and my 3rd finger. My index, my middle, and my ring. Now actually, in guitar, these fingers are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. These fingers are P-I-M-A. P is thumb, pulgar, because it's Spanish. Índice, or index. M is middle. A is anillo, meaning ring in Spanish. So it's thumb, index, middle, ring. Or if you're looking at classical guitar, P-I-M-A. The pinky doesn't have a number or a letter or something like that. It's just the pinky. Okay, so we won't talk about that for right now. Now you can use your hand and do this, right? Like this. Let's do it again. I'm just using my thumb. Like that. One more time. 3rd fret on the A string, open, next string, 2nd, 3rd fret, open, G, 2nd, open, 1. Now, I can send you this. Actually, you know what, I'll tell you what. Email me, lessonswithhal@gmail.com, and I will send this to you. This sheet. Now, if you can't do this, you need to be able to do it. Now, you can use a pick too. Like this. I'm going to lick my finger so it won't flip out of my hand. Like that. And we can go backwards. In fact, if you do it with a rhythm, oops. How's that? It's actually a song, right? Going backwards. And the C chord that we have on the screen there is what we call your first chord, because it's built on the first chord in the scale. A scale is just a set of notes that we use for any song. Now let's go to the next chord. F. I'm using this chord here. Thanks, Bob. Sounds kind of funny. Let me check my tuning really quick here. Doesn't quite sound right. I thought so. I think I need new strings. When they don't tune really fast and stay in tune. There we go. It's a little better. Okay, F chord. I'm not playing the low E or the A. The E string does not belong in this chord. Now you could do a bar chord if you want to. I don't have that one to put on the screen, but let's just do this chord. This is a difficult chord for some people when they're getting started because of that little bar right there on this first fret. But let me tell you, a way to do this is to not worry about the E string and just play the third fret with your third finger on the D string, your second finger, second fret on the G string, your first finger, first fret on the B string. If you do that, you don't even worry about that string. That's an F chord also. F, A, C. Those are the notes. Now if you can, get that E string down there. Okay, so the F chord is called the 4 chord because it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fourth note. Remember, we were playing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fourth note in the scale. And then the next chord is a G chord. This pattern is the chord that I learned when I was first starting out, like that. Later on, I found out and I realized that I didn't need that A string. So today what I do is I teach my students, my beginning students especially, this is one of the first chords that they learn. E minor is another good one, but this one, I have them play, there it is. I have them play just with 2 fingers, and I have them play with the long finger, with the middle finger, I have them go up to the E string, 3rd fret, and then ring finger, E string, high E string, 3rd fret. And most of the time, they play it just like that, and it sounds great. And the reason it does, you'll notice there's an X on the A string, is because that A string is muted. And I mute that because it sounds really good. If I don't mute it, and we put their finger there, Surf Mid is here. Hello from Vienna, Austria. Hello. Welcome, and thank you for being here. It sounds okay. But when I play it on the piano, you'll notice that that GBD, it's a little low. It's almost too low. If I eliminate the B note on the A string, it sounds like that. It sounds awesome. In fact, the first 3 notes, the G, the D, and the G right there, it's just like if you were playing a power chord. It sounds a little different because of that open G string. Like that. So that's why I prefer that G chord like that with the X'd note. So now we've got 3 chords. Let's do it one more time. C, F, and G. There you go. Now, those are what we call the primary chords in the key of C. So these are the chords in the scale you need to know. Just like that. So I want you to play this for a whole week. You play the scale, forwards and backwards, until you get it really, really well under your fingers. And I don't care how long it takes you to do that. If it takes you an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, you can do it with your pick. I just did it with my fingers. Do it with your pick like this, all downstrokes. I love to see you guys. I'm looking right here at the comments. I love to see you guys talking back and forth. It's fantastic, and welcoming each other. From Vienna, let's see, Dwayne, you're in Indiana. Is it Indiana? I know you're near Louisville. Isn't that it? Louisville, Kentucky? Louisville. Did I say it right? Okay, here we go. C major scale, C chord, F chord, G chord. Now, we're going to combine these. Okay, you can do this. You can play that C note, C chord, and then go C, D, E, F, and then play the F chord. And then you could go to the G chord and then play the G note, Play that third fret on the D string and then go to the open G, back to C. See that? Now let's go the other way. Now let's go back to C. This is why you need to know the scale, so you can actually go back and forth in the scale. When you're doing... Now we're going to go down. We didn't do this before, and it's not really in the scale on my planner, right? But what you can do is you can play the C note on the 3rd fret A string, and then play the 2nd fret, open string, A, and then 3rd fret right there in that G chord, and go back. G, open A, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. Now this might be kind of easy for some of you. You might be like, I don't need that. How good are you at it? Tell you what, let me see, where's my metronome? Do this. Take your metronome out. I've got a metronome. It's called Pro Metronome. It's free. It's on my phone. I really like it. You can just get the free version. You don't have to pay for the expensive version, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm going to go to 60 beats, no, excuse me, 120 beats per minute. So start out with, I don't know, if you can't do it that fast, go slower. Go to 80 beats per minute or 60 beats per minute or 90 beats per minute or something like that. Hello, Lisa. She is in Mexico. Feliz Navidad. You're not spelling it right. From Mexico. Lisa, though, say hi to all and happy holiday to all. Yes, very much. Hello, Lisa. She's a great lady. She practices a lot. Did you bring your travel guitar to Mexico, Lisa? She's on vacation, I think. Okay, so what you can do is then you can speed this up. Now, here on the top of this planner, it says, let's see. Oh, this is another exercise. I'm going to go over one more exercise. You can actually write down your time. Let's say you were playing it at 120. If you're having trouble with a speed, set it at a speed and play it. And then once you get that, then go up 15 beats per minute. So like if you were at 120, go up to 135. Whoops. Right? And then if you're really good at it, let's go up to 240. That's twice 120. Let's see if I can do it at 240. I keep missing a couple notes. Right? You can go faster. Let's go up to 300 just for fun. So keep track of where you are, and it'll be a great way to figure out your progress. Write it down. You know, you can write it down. Okay, today I was able to do whatever it was that you were able to do, and then speed it up. Okay, so that's one thing you can do. You can also practice your chords. I'm going to go back to, let's say, 120 on my metronome and practice a chord here. Now, my beginning students, I tell them if you can switch one chord every second, which is actually 60 beats a minute. I'm playing C, F, C, G. Hello. Fantastic. Lisa says, yes, I have my guitar. Fantastic. And there's a name that I cannot understand how it... Pritira. I'm from South Africa. Fantastic. Very good. Oh, yeah, Bob, thank you. Everybody, please hit the like and subscribe button if you're not subscribed for more good content like this. Now, once you can play one chord every second, then you can start to speed it up, right? I'm going to go to 120. Now, you don't want to jump to 120 if you can barely do it at 60. You only want to go up 15 beats a minute. You don't want to go any faster than that. This is 120. Okay, it's really important that you get these chords down. I'm going to go to 240, just for an example. Okay, that's pretty quick. Right? 240, that's pretty quick. Okay. Let's do one more thing. I'm going to show you a chromatic exercise, because a chromatic exercise is a wonderful thing to be able to do, because all of the time we're always doing this kind of thing. Things like that, going back and forth. A chromatic exercise gets all of your fingers working. A simple, very simple chromatic exercise is like this. where you just play 1, 2, 3, 4 like this on the first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, and then back. And then you go to the next one. Next one. You don't have to use a pick. You can use your finger. You can just use your thumb if you want to. Now, on my phone, I have an iPhone here, and I'm sure other phones do it too, but I have a timer. And on the timer, what we can do is we can, start the timer, and then we can stop the timer, right? And then you can see how many seconds it takes you. What I like to do with my beginning students is I like to say, okay, now I teach them the chromatic exercise like that, and then I tell them, okay, I'm going to time you. And sometimes they freak out. They're like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to be very fast. The point is not to be fast. The point is to learn how to play with all of your fingers. For instance, I'm just going to start it, and I'm going to go up 7 frets. Now, obviously, I have to start it, and then I play it, and then I stop it, so I'm actually a little bit faster than that. It says 13.26, so it took me 13.26 seconds to play 7 frets. All right, and once you get that kind of thing down, what you want to do is you want to go across the strings like this. Let's start on the 5th fret. Now, on my sheet here that you can get at lessonswithhal@gmail.com, what I mean is you email me, lessonswithhal@gmail.com, and I'll send it to you. You can also get this in my book, which comes out once a month. Updates. Okay, so right here, I've got in tablature this chromatic exercise, and it goes like this. Let's start on the 5th fret. We're going to use 4 fingers again. We're going to play E string and play 4 notes. So we're going to go 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, and then move to the A string, D string, G string, B string, E string. I've heard this called the spider exercise before. Then I go backwards. Right, I just did it with a pick. Let's do it with my fingers. I'm just going to use my thumb. This is just my thumb. Here we go. Now I'm going to use more fingers than that. There you go. That's called the chromatic exercise. Let's time that. I'm just going straight across and up and down. We call this up and down because these are higher strings, these are lower strings. Okay, here we go. I'm just using downstrokes. Notice I slowed down at the end there. Now, that is 10.51. There you go. Okay, let's try it. Now let's try it with the metronome. So let's see. If I go to the metronome, where's my metronome? There it is. And I play, oh, here's 240. Okay, just like that. Now you can do this on any guitar you want to. I'm using my electric guitar today because it's got dots on here, and you can see the dots pretty easy. The 3rd fret, the 5th fret, the 7th fret, the 9th fret, the 12th fret with the 2 dots. I didn't use my classical guitar. It doesn't have any dots here, and it'd be hard to figure out exactly where I am. Let's go a little faster. Let's go up to 320 just for fun. I'm going to use a down-up picking, alternate picking. go a little faster. Let's go to 360. Okay. Let's go to 390. Here we go. Now, when I get above 390, I think I might have to change the angle of my pick to be able to go faster. Right? Maybe use the tip of my pick instead of the side of my pick. I like the side because it sounds really good. But for the first week, this is what you do. You play your scale. You learn your chords, C, F, and G. Learn them really well. And you play your chromatic exercise. And you do this for a whole week. Right? And that's what you do. You don't do anything else because you need to learn this scale really well. Next week, we'll expand it to be a bigger scale. I mean, it'll still be a C scale, except we'll go 2 octaves, and I'll show you a couple of different ways to do that. But for this week, let's just stick with 1 octave. Right? And those chords. Also, we'll add 3 more chords in that scale. We'll talk about that. And we'll also talk about an expansion of the chromatic exercise. So this is what I want you to do this week. Now, if you're an advanced player, right, then you'll do something else. But if you're an advanced player, teach somebody else exactly what we talked about today. That will help you and make sure that you know this material. Okay? So the C chord is called the 1 chord because it's built on the 1st degree of the scale. The F chord is called the 4 chord because it's the 4th degree of the scale, and the G is called the 5 chord because it's built on the 5th degree of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C is 1, 2, 3, 4 is F, and 5 is G, and we're back to 1, 4, 5, 1. Now these 3 chords, my my grandson, Luke, told me, what should I do? And Luke, if you're watching, if you're out there, do this, okay? This is what you need to do. And you need to learn these chords. And he asked me, what about La Bamba? Yes, La Bamba is a fantastic song using these 3 chords. La Bamba. Para bailar la bamba que necesita una poca de gracia pa mi patilla arriba y arriba. C, F, G, C, F, G, and you can just do C, F, G, dum ba da 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 bum 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 ba da da bum. Something like that, right? I'd have to work it out in that key. All right, let's just read the comments and see what happens here. He goes by Raj. Okay, Raj. That's good. I hope I'm saying it right. Welcome, Bitrani. Bitraj. I don't know how to say that. Oh, Raj. He goes by Raj. Let's see. Yes, Bob, thanks. Let's see. Dwayne says, I play a lot, but not advanced. Ha, big difference. This is a way to get into the advanced levels, is make sure you play every day. I love to do this kind of stuff, and I'm going to show you next week. We're going to talk about how to expand that C major scale, and we're also going to talk about how to use different chords on the neck, just using that C major scale, and we're going to add 3 more chords like we talked about. Okay, so if you want to support me, Patreon is a good way to do it. Link is in the description. Subscribestar is a good way to do it. Link is in the description. Or you can sign up at PayPal. Link is in the description. Email me at lessonswithhal@gmail.com if you have any questions. Lessonswithhal, LESSONSWITHHAL @gmail.com. That's all I have for you today. Now, this is going to be in a book. I'm working on it, and one of my students is helping me also. And we're developing this for you, and we're going to go through 5 different keys: C major, G major, D major, A major, E major. And we're going to do all the chords in those scales. We're going to do scales all over the neck. We're going to work on chromatic exercises. We're going to work on other exercises too to get you to be a better guitar player. We do this 1 week at a time. And if you religiously play every day, a teacher once told me, if you don't play any songs, just play some exercises and you'll be okay. I'm like, okay, all right, we'll do it. Thank you for being here. Any questions? You can always put questions, and I look at the questions over here to see what it says. That's all I have for you. And if you have any suggestions about songs that you want, then email me and put that in there. I'm going to go, and then I'm going to hang out with my supporters, and you know who you are. Guys that are here, you know where to go. If you have been with me and support me at all, then you get an email saying, this is where we're going to be. I'm on Rock Out Loud. I give them a link, and we meet over there for a half an hour or so and hang out. All right. Also, anything else? No. All right. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for being here. We'll see you.